Is Israel conducting or planning on conducting an ethnic cleansing of Palestinians in Gaza? Since the war started, Israel has repeatedly asked residents in the north to relocate to the south of the Gaza Strip. They say it's for their own safety.
The IDF calls for the evacuation of all civilians from Gaza City, from their homes, southwards, for their own safety and protection.
However, Israel continued to bomb cities in the south, as well as the so-called safe routes that displaced residents were told to take. When Israel shut down all communication infrastructure in Gaza, they repeated their military advisory.
Let me repeat. We urge all residents of northern Gaza and Gaza City to relocate south immediately.
These Israeli officials are asked, where should Palestinians in Gaza go? For them, the answer is simple: Egypt.
This is thought out. It's not something that we tell them, go to the beaches, go drown yourselves, God forbid. Not at all. There is a huge expense, almost endless space in the Sinai desert, just on the other side of Gaza.
And while Egypt categorically refuses to allow an influx of refugees from Gaza, people in Gaza have voiced their fears of a second Nakba or catastrophe. Israel repeatedly claims that this is not forever.
This is a temporary measure. Moving back to northern Gaza will be possible once the intense hostilities end.
But is it? Look at this paper, issued on October 17th by an Israeli think tank, the Misgav Institute for National Security and Zionist Strategy, which is run by a former advisor to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. The paper is titled, "A Plan for Resettlement and Final Rehabilitation in Egypt of the Entire Population of Gaza," and says that there is currently a unique and rare opportunity to evacuate the entire Gaza Strip. According to this plan, in 2017, it was reported that there are about 10 million vacant housing units in Egypt in some residential neighborhoods in Cairo, including the 6th of October and the 10th of Ramadan. The report estimates that the total amount that will be required to be transferred to Egypt to finance the project will be on the order of about $5 to $8 billion. As per the report, the sums of money in relation to the Israeli economy are minimal. It continues to say immediate stimulus of this magnitude into the Egyptian economy would provide a tremendous and immediate benefit, and that the Gaza Strip would in turn be used to provide high-quality housing for many Israeli citizens who would resettle there. This report was followed by a document leaked from inside the Ministry of Intelligence in Israel. According to the Calcalist news outlet in Israel, this document was not meant for public consumption. It outlines a plan to transfer Gaza's residents to Sinai that will yield positive and long-term strategic results. The move includes 3 stages: the establishment of tent cities in Sinai, southwest of the Gaza Strip, the creation of a humanitarian corridor to aid the residents, and finally, the construction of cities in northern Sinai. At the same time, a buffer zone several kilometers wide will be established inside Egypt south of the Gaza border so that the evacuated residents will not be able to return. In light of what's happening in Gaza, even UN human rights experts are warning that Palestinians are in grave danger of losing their homes yet again, saying Israel has already carried out mass ethnic cleansing of Palestinians under the fog of war. And they go on to say, again, in the name of self-defense, Israel is seeking to justify what would only amount to an operation of ethnic cleansing.